Let me get this straight. The love of your life has broken up with you, told you they don't want to be with you no more, and you've just found out that they've moved on. They're now with somebody, and it's been literally 5 minutes, and you are struggling. You are struggling so badly. And how do you get through this? How do you process these emotions? How do you cope with the person that you envisage yourself spending your whole life with? How do you cope with the fact that they are with somebody else? All you can think is all the things that you wanted them to change so that you guys could be happy. They're now doing that with somebody else. They've got this life with somebody else that should be your life. They should be with you. How the hell do you process this? How do you get through this? How do you go on to live your life being happy, not crying, not feeling jealous, not feeling upset? It's by understanding what's gone on, because the truth of the matter is, if your ex has told you that they don't want to be with you anymore and that now they're with someone almost instantly, there's a very high chance that that person was already in the equation before they decided to leave. And that's a horrible fact. It's not always the truth, but most of the time when somebody's got with someone extremely quickly, most of the time that is the case. So why could they change for this new person, but they couldn't make these changes for you? Let me explain it to you. When you're with somebody who doesn't treat you right, who treats you appallingly, who doesn't do right by you, who makes you cry, makes you upset, if they lie, if they cheat, if they're abusive, if they're just absolutely mean to you, then you get to know this person inside and out. You get to know what their next move is before they even know what their next move is. So when they've got issues, and they've got maybe drug addiction issues, anger issues, alcohol issues, or any issues that you may add to this mix, you know who they are. You know what they are. You are their mirror. When they look at you, they are just reflected back in your eyes. They can't pull the wool over your eyes anymore. And that is why you ask these people to change. Because you know if these certain changes were made, i.e. they would stop using certain substances, or they would treat you better, or they would be more thoughtful when it comes to you, or they would give you more attention, or take you places, or just act like a goddamn team, which is what a relationship should be. It's not even asking for that much, but then they can go and meet somebody else and do all of these things for that person. Well, let me explain why. Because when you are with somebody and they can't change for you, it's because it's irrelevant. You are going to see through it all. So when they get with somebody new and all of a sudden they're doing these things with this new person that they just didn't do for you, the reason that they're doing that is because they've now wiped the slate clean. This new person doesn't know who they really are. They don't know what they've got ahead of them. They don't know the heartache that's coming for them. Let's be honest, they don't. Because they're not going to escape this. Because the chances of your ex changing into this person that you miraculously wanted them to become is a little bit like me buying a chocolate cake and expecting it to be strawberry. It's just not going to happen. The chances are about the same. So what I'm going to say to you is, it's not personal to you. The reason that your ex has gone and met somebody else is because they cannot look at themselves in the mirror. They can't hold themselves accountable. They are not at that stage, and they are not ready for that. It's got nothing to do with you. It is not personal to you. And trust me, this new person is going to be treated eventually in exactly the same way that you were. As soon as their rose-coloured glasses come off and they realise who they're with, the same treatment will commence. So if you're sitting there not knowing how to cope with the fact that your ex is now with somebody else and treating them like they are the best thing since sliced bread, then just know, my darling, just like sliced bread, it will soon go off. It will soon start to rot. The mould will set in, and it will all just be exactly how it was with you, my darling. So don't stress. If you need someone to talk to, I offer one-on-one phone coaching, but in all honesty, my advice is very to the point. So if you need someone to stroke your head and tell you, there, it will all be okay, probably best not to pick me. But if you want the truth, if you want to unpick what's going on for you, if you want to work out how things are, how to move on in a healthy and happy way, then send me a message and I can arrange that, no problem whatsoever. But don't you worry, you've got this. You have got this. You're going to be fine. And if your ex doesn't want to be with you, then they haven't got very good taste, have they, darling? And who wants to be with someone without good taste?